Hello, dear Libra. I am Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your November 2021 horoscope. And we have your second and third house emphasized this month. The Scorpio season is in full swing. And I'm sure you are feeling the depths of what Scorpio invites us all into, which is deep transformation, healing, psychic ability, as well as a lot of emotional energy right now. And keep in mind that this is a generalized reading, putting your sun, moon, or rising sign in Libra on that first house. And so you're feeling this emphasis around the second house, which is about self-worth. It's also about our values, our personal tangible possessions, and it's about maybe income that allows us to have the physical things in our lives. It also represents the physical body as we are learning about it and we're saying, hey, you know, I'm allowed to be here. I'm allowed to sit at this table. I deserve to be here. And why is that? And that's what Scorpio is inviting you to explore. Like, why do you deserve to have the things in your life that you have? And hopefully the new moon on November 4th, which is opposing Uranus, squaring off with Saturn, emphasizing more of that second, fifth, ninth, and 11th house, is going to give you the opportunity to be able to say, you know what? I deserve to be here because I can provide a lot of great art, beauty, expression. I can help people feel really good about who they are because I am feeling good about me. And also you are invited to be able to share in the depths of your soul, your deep longing for great meaning or great connection with others. And of course, relationship is always emphasized with Libra because you're a relational sign. And when you've got this beautiful new moon, even though there's a square, which is tension, the gift of the tension or the square is that it lets you get really clear. What do I need to have great pleasure? What rules do I need to play by with Saturn sitting there in that fifth house? And maybe it's a bit unusual, the way in which you express yourself, but it has this beautiful trine happening between your fifth and first house. So you can do these expressions very naturally, and you have the ability to be able to express your opinion or express your ideas in a way that has long-lasting results. With an opposition at this new moon to your second and eighth houses, what you're going to find is that you may be a little bit not dependent, but you'll find that there's a certain element here of you needing to join forces or join resources, or maybe there's a sudden uptick in your resources from another party that allows you to be able to go, now I feel I have some value that I can add. And then right after this new moon, we have Venus moving into Capricorn. It's happening the next day on the 5th, and that's going to activate that fourth house. It does make a square to your first house. However, Venus in Capricorn wants to take life and relationship and finances very seriously, a more mature approach. So you may be thinking more on a long-term basis of what is it that I really want in my life? What do I want to attract that lets me feel anchored, lets me feel rooted? And it may be that you have to take a more serious approach to something from your past. When we're dealing with that fourth house, we're often dealing with ancestors or past history. And what it can do is it allows you to go really into the pieces and the parts of your history that you can own, that you can claim, and you can say, yeah, you know what, I deserve to be here. And these are the things and the elements in which I can honor the tradition. Capricorn likes tradition. I can honor the tradition of my roots. And that there's a great pride that can take shape here. And you can attract, let's talk about single Libras for a second. You can attract somebody in your life who lines up with your values, who sees the same long-term kind of relationship values that you have, and they respect tradition, that they also have the ability to help you build this solid foundation because you're doing the deep healing work. And you're allowing yourself to have the resources in which you can provide a foundation for yourself and then for another. Now, coupled or bonded Libras, you will find that Venus in Capricorn will have you thinking a little bit more seriously about your home life. Maybe there's some improvements that you want to make. Maybe there's some healing or something from the past that you can finally put to rest, but you're going to have to maybe get out the tools that you have and shape it. Maybe there's some cracks in the foundation that now you get to shore up, and then you get to build a new structure, a new way of being. You get to start planning for a future. And keep in mind that with this Capricorn energy, it's about accomplishment and achievement in a physical, tangible way. So you're going to be looking at yourself and your home and the foundations that you have, and families most likely going to be really important. And as they say, blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. And that's what you're going to be looking at, is who are my people? Who are the ones that are truly loyal to me? Because loyalty, especially during Scorpio season, is rewarded. And then you have this beautiful sextile happening with Venus in Capricorn. So it's allowing you to have the resources that you need, the confirmation, those that are in alignment with your values, to remind you that these people in your life, the resources that you have, are what makes your foundation, your home, really solid. And I will also offer Mercury entering Scorpio on November 6th, so 2 days after this new moon, in that second house, giving you more opportunity to connect, to learn, and maybe even to have some deeper conversations, more penetrating conversations about what it is that you value. And you can look at it from the relationship standpoint to say, does this person reflect to me what my values are? And I feel as though this is more intuitive than necessarily astrological, but I do feel that with Mercury here, that a lot of good information can come up and out, and you can have some real good, serious conversations with the people that matter most in your life. And you can start looking at your future in a way that has more meaning, and it has, and the resources that can be there. I would even venture to say, I keep saying resources, some of you Libras will have a change in income. You may find yourselves doing work that allows you to research or to go deep into a subject matter. It may also be that you get paid for the work of, let's say, investigation, or maybe there's some taboo stuff that you are valuing that it's like, I want to bring this out into the light. I want people to understand the truth of this particular subject. And so those are the kind of things that you may encounter. Also during Scorpio season, secrets have a way of coming up and out. So if there is something that you've held close to your chest, this could be a good time to launch it. It could be a good time also to have backroom conversations with people in authority. With that Venus and Capricorn sextiling Mercury here, you could bring in someone who has the power and the ability to provide you with that next step in your career or that next level in your income. Okay, so if you're looking at applying for a role or getting a promotion, this is a great month for you to have those conversations. Just remember, Venus is going to retrograde at the end of December into January. So there may be some things that you revisit, and you'll have to take your time, but just allow yourself to do that, to just rest into it. Remember, good things happen over time. They're worth waiting for. Now, Mars and Mercury will canoodle and square off with Saturn and the Moon, who will canoodle on November 10th. This activates your second and fifth house. This is telling me that a couple of days leading up to this particular aspect, there could be some tension about what you want and how you communicate it versus what you need and the rules that you have to play by in order to express yourself. So if you're having conversations with a beloved, or you're having conversations with a person in authority, let's say, a promotion, that sort of thing, you may have to really get clear, what is it that I want? And you may not get it right then and there. You may be told, nope, you can't have have exactly what you want. And that doesn't necessarily feel good. There could also be an indication here that life gets a little serious and you're going to have to work through some emotional stuff, maybe some stuff from the past, or that you just look at where you want to go. You're planning your future. And then with Saturn sitting here, it's going, stop. There's certain rules that you have to play by. And then Mars and Mercury in that second house is going, you don't have the resources yet. How are you going to find them? And then your mind can take over and it can start to, really stir some things up for you where you could feel a little hopeless at that moment, or you feel defeated, or like you're just not going to be able to manifest that dream. And what I'm going to offer to you is ride this out, use this as an opportunity to face some fears, maybe some insecurities or doubts, and then come back to your truth. Come back to, you know what, maybe I just need to be more resourceful to find another way in which I can do this. Now, the gift is we've got a partial lunar eclipse happening on November 18th, 19th, depending on where you are in the world, activating the second and eighth house, which is telling me that you have an opportunity to release these fears and to let go of something that maybe anchored you or held you stuck in a particular, maybe old belief system, but more so in a resource that maybe you felt restricted by. Maybe you were waiting on a loan approval, or you were waiting on your partner with that eighth house, some form of joint resource to give you the resource that you need in order to build the hope or the dream. And this is also a good time where I sense some of you Libras will be stepping out of your current role and into something better, but you'll have to partner with somebody. And this is also where trust and intimacy comes into play. Can you trust this person, or can you trust this group? Can you trust the institution that may be offering you the loan, if you will? Can you trust yourself that here you have an opportunity to reset some things? And then you can use it wisely. Now, there may also be there's an indication here that it could also bring up you have a particular bill or something comes due that you need to take care of. And so in doing so, just trust the universe has your back. The sun enters Sagittarius on November 22nd in that third house. So it's going to activate more of this open-minded discussion. So I bring this in that you're going to feel the energy leading up to this eclipse where you get to let go of anything that seems to be holding you back on an intimate level, trust issues, intimacy, that sort of thing. And then here comes the sun in Sagittarius, Mercury following suit a couple days later, activating that third house, making your mind really sharp, very open, having a lot more lightheartedness and adventure, also wanting some freedom in the way in which you speak. So if you feel as though your voice has been repressed, maybe there's a conversation that you didn't want to have with someone, but now you find the energy to do it, the inspiration to have it. And what you'll find, here comes Venus sextiling Mars towards the end of the month, activating that second and fourth house even more, that you can find that your partnership, that your beloved, or that you within yourself can feel right at home and trust that you have what you need to feel safe and secure regardless of the situation. And I will also offer that at the lunar eclipse in the middle of the month, around the 19th, that if you're in a toxic relationship, or you're in a relationship that you just can't trust, maybe a secret came out, there was a love affair, there's a third party going on here, that what you may find is that you can let go of whatever relationship in that situation doesn't serve you and make a choice towards your true self. And that is a good gift that you can give yourself and to others. To live incongruent of our truth causes a lot of anxiety. It causes a lot of heaviness, depression, that sort of thing. And we're being invited constantly to line up what is true for me. What is it that I want? What is it that I need? And how does that show up? And really keep in mind that this journey in life is about wholeness. And so this month in particular, it's going to invite us to go deep into our psyche, to transform things. And in that second house being active for you, Libra, it's about knowing your worth. So really use it as an opportunity to say, you know what, my worth is X, Y, and Z, and the person or group that I associate with, that I want to reflect my worth, that is who I choose to partner with. And those are the things that you are going to be working with. Hopefully this helps, Libra. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and I look forward to hearing how it goes for you. Find me at jamiedawn.com. Take care.